Hey, welcome to the Working People's Pod on the Yacht of the Same Trap Podcast Network. My name is Rock, spelled R-A-Q, pronounced R-O-C, here with my co-host.
I am the great Des Dellinger, baby.
And the man and black, our producer, Izzle.
Here.
Yeah, we're doing this kind of early, so everybody try to wake up a little bit, all of us.
Yeah, man, I had to remember I was on mute.
Oh, yeah, true that. Well, I know at least two of us are probably a little tired. But just a little housekeeping. We do have a Patreon. Patreon is great if you want to see the full episodes of the Aspasia podcast. Also, if you are a creative and you want to advertise on the Working People's Pod or any of the Out of Sandtrap podcasts, then you can go there, sign up there. We'll be happy to look out for you. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend. If you go to Apple, 5-star reviews only. We're also on Spotify, iHeart, everywhere you get your podcasts. Whew.
Got that out?
Got that out. It's been a rough couple of weeks. So just before we get into the mainstream news as a joke and the few minor news things we're going to talk about today, I actually want to do the What's on Your Mind segment first. So what's on your mind, Des?
Oh, you want to look at first, huh? Just jump out the gate now.
Switch it up a little bit.
Okay, switching things up.
All right. I see how you doing. Well, one on my mind is the treatment of Shedeur Sanders, which I think is horrible. I mean, if you want to let him drop down to fifth, fine, but don't talk shit about him like he ain't got the talent to be the number one pick. I had him at number 6. I wanted my Raiders to take him, but we didn't. I was disappointed. But hey, that's what they wanted to do. I don't know if it was conspiracy theory or not. I don't know if they blackballed him. I don't know if they had a problem with Dion, but it's like a million things going on at once. And then the nerve of the Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator's son to call him and prank call him. They're going to find him, but nothing happens to the son. He would have got his ass beat. You cost me $100,000, my company $365,000. You didn't get ass beat. And you moving out. Huh?
You sound like Stephen A. Smith.
I'm telling you, that was some disrespectful shit. And he thought his daddy ain't get fired. That just cost that man that job.
So for those who may not be following the Shedeur thing, give us a brief overview of what happened there.
What happened?
Yeah. Say I don't watch football and I don't follow the NFL draft.
Shedeur Sanders is the son of the great cornerback and all-round player Deion Sanders. Played in Colorado. QB. Now, a lot of people had him in the mock draft as going high in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
Slipped to the second round. No one seen that coming. Third round came. Shedeur didn't get picked. Shedeur get picked.
Okay.
No one seen that. No one understood that. My Raiders let him slide 5 times. And we needed QB. We would have got it for like $30 million less in the 4th round. And y'all ain't do it. But people can say,
but you think what? But you saying so? You don't think that there was a legitimate reason for him dropping down to the third?
No, I don't. No.
Yes, there was. It was a little bit of both. It was a little bit of niggas trying to get back with Dion, but then also was a little bit of him being a little too Dion without being Dion. Like it was reports of him taking interviews on purpose, like Dion was. Like you remember the stories when Dion he had like an interview with who was it, like the Giants or somebody. It was like, yo, I ain't even gonna be here by the time y'all pick. Like, don't even worry about this. Like that type joint, and it's swaggy. But Shedeur wasn't him,
Right.
and they wasn't letting that rock. And then also he said his workouts wasn't the greatest or whatever. Now, was there all the quarterbacks that were picked? Were they better than him? No. Plus, he had the record for like the highest college completion percentage. So, bruh, there's no way you have a record as a QB, a college record as a QB, and you're a 5th round pick. So, yeah, it was a mixture of both, I think, but definitely wasn't like completely unwarranted. 5th round, completely unwarranted, but him not being 1st round,
he has the talent.
But I understand that Dion is also acting as his agent and said that there were certain teams he wasn't even going to play for if he got drafted.
Right. Yeah,
That can be a good look for a
that's
team.
exactly what I mean because it's a little. It was a mixture of all right, you doing a lot right now. We going to just chill because you may not be worth this headache. But then also, dog,
And
just off on paper, yes, there are not a bunch of quarterbacks better than you in this draft.
yeah, I think also NFL teams don't particularly care how terrible a player is if they think they're going to help their team, if they think they can manage that player. I think. I mean, you've kind of seen teams pick players
Exactly.
who've done terrible things, like
Yeah, you
yeah,
let a lot of stuff go when you're a clear cut great, but he's
yeah,
not a clear cut great. Like he is a little risky. Like Tim Tebow, when Tim Tebow was nice coming out of college, Tim Tebow was risky as a quarterback in the NFL
right.
as a pick. So I mean, it was a little gave you a little pause. It should have given you a little pause to pick him at QB. But and it's one of those situations. But then, like I said, you got to deal with the Dion of it all, and so it was a lot. It was a mixture
Oh,
of
let's
both
get the
things.
skin
But he
color and
definitely is
all.
not a fifth round pick of a quarterback.
And let's get the skin color and all. There's a whole skin tone to it too.
I mean, that's
I
always
mean,
the
it's
case.
the NFL, right? I mean, that's what y'all sign
Exactly.
up for when you decide you want to, play for the
Yeah,
plantation.
you pretty much exactly pretty much. You already know you running
I'm
through that little
wondering,
hamster wheel.
I'm wondering if the attitude, if be, them, the team actually being able to feel like they can manage his personality had a bigger role in it as well. Do you know what I'm saying? If they felt like they would be able to kind of control his personality and the ego and all of that, if that also didn't play a role, you know what I'm saying?
It's one of them things where they couldn't give Dion that act right back then because he was great. Like he was
Right.
great. Like you would have been tripping to be like, oh, I'm gonna pass on him because it ain't 29 other teams that's about to pass on him to try to teach him that lesson that you
Facts.
gonna teach.
Yeah,
So they was gonna grab him. Shedeur, that looked like it was a collective. Like yo, hey, nah, we gonna chill on him for a little bit till he learns something because he ain't a generational talent.
you got a point there. Got a point there, but he ain't a fifth round talent either. And the Cleveland Browns get a
Agreed.
goddamn
Agreed.
steal
That's what I mean.
for
But
$40
it
million
ain't even the
less.
Browns, and that's where quarterbacks go to die. So
Yeah, that is
But,
true.
but is it
I mean, good luck, big dog.
yeah, basically. That's kind of where I was going.
Good luck, big dog.
I mean, you did get drafted. You could have not been drafted. So
Right.
I
I mean,
wouldn't.
he gonna see the field, so it's all up to him to ball
Yeah,
out. If he ball out, they can't say nothing, and the draft thing don't mean nothing. So only
exactly.
thing that's gonna be affected right now is his initial rookie contract, as far as the money he commands. So after that, if he ball out, his next contract is on him. He
And
Yeah,
what if
maxed
he's
out, so
not
no matter.
as good?
Huh?
What if because he's been playing for his dad, right? He was playing for his dad at Jackson State and
Yes.
in Colorado. So
And
what
then
if he is
Colorado.
not as good under another coach?
If he not as good, he ain't gonna have as much leeway as them other white not as good quarterbacks. So
Right.
he ain't gonna have a long career.
yeah, but I think he gonna
And
show up.
again, it's gonna be hard to tell because the Browns don't put good players around their quarterbacks anyway.
Yeah, so
So
they
you don't go around there have no receivers and they be like, "Oh, Shedeur struggling." Yes, nigga, because I'm throwing the Todd Pinkston and James Thrash.
yeah, basically. So they ain't got nobody. They sent me. That's a rotten team. No, they sent me the rot. Like
Yeah,
nigga, you done already. So he better do a workout, act like Jameis Winston when his contract is up, begging teams, going every way he can and beg everybody to get on. Did anybody sign Jameis Winston yet?
yeah, he went to the Giants, I believe. I think him and Russell Westbrook went to the Giants.
Oh, okay. Who?
I'm at Russell Wilson. I said
That's
Russell
what
Westbrook.
I'm like. I know that's who Winston went, but I ain't know they picked up Jameis Winston.
Yeah, James went first.
Okay. I, I just know he was going around begging everybody for a chance.
No, I mean James been playing well. He just ain't been sticking nowhere the last couple of years, but he been playing.
So fat nigga needed in shape.
All right. So I'm gonna just stick with sports. I'm gonna come back to the what's on your mind a little bit later. I told you I'm switching it up. Let's see. So there's a clip going around of Giannis Antetokounmpo, Greek freak,
What is he at?
being
I could.
upset. What's his name? Tyree. Is it Tyree Halliburton?
Tyrese
Tyree.
Halliburton.
Tyrese. His dad
Maybe
approaching.
Antetokounmpo was you can get Halliburton.
Well, I don't watch him. I don't.
Oh,
Nah, she got
I'm
Halliburton.
not
She
sure.
couldn't get Tyrese. She couldn't get the Tyrese part. That was the struggle.
Yeah, I'm on the phone.
Halliburton was easy.
It wasn't that I couldn't get it; is that I didn't know it. I don't know him. I don't
Was
know
it
that.
Tyre? Was it Tyre Mark Halliburton?
Yeah, Ty Halliburton.
This boy.
His dad approached Giannis after the Bucks lost to the Cavs. Was it the Cavs they played?
Nah,
They played
Milwaukee
the
and
Pacers, Bucks and Pacers.
and Pacers.
Pacers. Okay, see again. I don't know Tyrese Halliburton. So his dad approached him. Apparently, was disrespectful. Giannis had some words to say about the level of disrespect. Gonna play this video and we can discuss it. So what do y'all think about that? Halliburton's dad.
Oh, he's totally out. He's in the wrong. He should have banned. They should have found Tyrese thing like that. He should not be allowed the games anymore.
Man, that was bringing. I'm glad you stayed with that because that was my what's on your mind. These NBA dads is kind of wilding right now. Like him, I remember it was something going on with Ja Morant's dad a few months ago.
Yeah.
I don't know why these niggas think they could.
It's a little bit different. It's a little different.
How so?
Just a little. His dad actually was an NBA player.
No, he wasn't.
He was briefly.
Who? John Morant never made it to the NBA.
Let me double check because I swear if he didn't play, he had a lot of NBA connections, so he had a familiarity with the league and the players.
He might play overseas.
I don't know how familiar this nigga is with anybody. I ain't never seen him in the NBA, and I know for sure just from looking at him that it ain't no NBA player right now that he about to go toe to toe with and beat in a fight necessarily. Like, what's up with these niggas?
This is also
these niggas don't even beat. They be old, not in shape. Like just off the strength of conditioning, you're gonna lose, my guy. If the fight go over 30 seconds and it's not an automatic knockout, you about to take this L to this world class athlete. So what are y'all doing? And Stephen, and I got thoughts on that LeBron thing too, because
here we go. No LeBron hate on this podcast.
I'm just saying, he was looking a little different with Stephen A, but Kevin Gates was there. I mean, it was crickets. Man, they ain't even look over there. But Stephen A went straight up to that hairline and said,
well, you know, with Stephen A don't like LeBron. He's never liked LeBron. He's always kind of been throwing this sideways shade. And I'm 100% LeBron don't care for Stephen A. So I don't think that would have been a far reach. Like if you notice, like LeBron, typically when people say shit to him, he don't really say much. He usually just ignore them. Stephen A, he don't like.
But so it's a crazy can of worms to open when you approach your niggas on the sideline when they talking about your family. When the man just the day before or 2 days before says something about your wife,
right?
And you responded to it. He responded to it already on Instagram or whatever he did. So it ain't like he ignored it. And so man's was sitting right there on the sideline. You gotta dap him up and say, yo, don't do that shit no more or something. I don't know. You gotta do something, bro. You can't just ignore him because now you look pussy for stepping to the 60-year-old man and then not the 35-year-old nigga that said something about you.
I don't know that person, but
I think LeBron is very cerebral in most things. So I think he did the cost benefit analysis on one of those.
Oh, I mean, as he should. I mean,
you got a lot of lose than Kevin Gates.
Exactly. And at no point am I saying he made the wrong call, but it was a slippery slope when he started stepping the niggas on the sideline to begin with.
Yeah.
Back to Giannis. These NBA dads gotta chill. Like, and I saw him later on talking about, oh yeah, no, it looked like I was looking at him, but I was looking through him. You're not looking through this 6'10" ass nigga. At all. Nigga. You're not looking through with a sign holding it up towards his face. Like, no, you're not, my guy.
At all.
Saying this is what the fuck we do.
And he talking about, no, it was just misunderstood. No, he put his sweaty ass forehead on your old ass forehead and said, don't fucking disrespect me. And then you wanted to cop please after that. As you should, because you old shit and you should never have stopped in front of Giannis to begin with.
I mean, I was smart moving back down, though, because I mean, look, I still nobody, but I ain't going to get Giannis.
Like, you better FaceTime Dame in the hospital and say something tough to him. Like, boy, you better do that cost benefit analysis LeBron was doing, right. Mr. Halliburton.
We think these young, I ain't gonna say a lot of younger players, but like you said, their dads are out of control. Like I even saw, when the Lakers got bounced, Anthony Edwards actually went on and kind of low key praised LeBron for all the shit he always has to take being LeBron and saying how he appreciates LeBron, even though, my thing is I need to beat you. You the king, I need to take the crown, which you can respect that, but at the same time you can respect what the person has done. The dads seem to be out of control. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, because I'm never mad at niggas jawing on the court, and I don't even care what they jawing about. But like
Right.
the dad, what are you talking for, nigga? Enjoy the game and shut the fuck up.
Right.
Talk to your son, dog. Like talk and get some fatherly advice to your boy. Get comfort this nigga.
It was
Now we got
time. They don't have dads, right?
now we gotta see all these niggas' dads. They
Right.
fine ass moms, because some of them got some fine ass moms.
Every
They
daddy,
fine ass mamas.
everybody on daddy duty now. So now you see
all they kids. Yeah, the
LeVar
ball.
Ball. Yep.
Shout out to Mr. Ball.
Speaking of that, it's a meme going around, and I don't remember exactly what it says, but it's a picture of LeVar Ball and his sons, Dion and his sons, and it's basically saying that it don't say this, but it's basically saying like if you don't support these black fathers and da 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 da, then you ain't shit, whatever. That's basically what it's saying, but it doesn't say that. But I don't know if these are the guys we need to be holding up as these black fathers for the race of black men. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm saying I don't know. I know
What gives you pause? What gives you pause? What's your hesitancy?
Pause is the way those particular black fathers move, not them caring for their sons. That's not what I'm saying. But the way they move with the business. LeVar Ball damn near talked his sons out of the NBA with his mouth and his stuff. So luckily they were, I guess, good enough or he just got to that line where people were like, okay, we're going to take a chance and go ahead and try to get these boys playing. And again, with the, my son not going to play for certain team stuff, you shouldn't even be his agent, honestly. Be a coach, be a personality. You probably shouldn't be his agent. You should probably let a professional agent be his agent. And I'm just saying, as far as, not as them as their, whether or not they care for their sons or little sons, not that. But interfering in their professional careers, I don't know if that's the hill I want to die on, to be honest.
I don't know. I don't know if that's all the way fair, because we don't know where they land without that intervention, and we can't choose what that intervention is when we don't like the result necessarily. Like the 5th round draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
We don't like that he got drafted in the 5th round, but we don't know if he gets drafted without that same type of fatherly energy that he was getting for years prior.
To be fair, I don't care where Shedeur lands at all. I don't care nothing about plantation football.
No, this is only about the black father part, the father part, and LeVar Ball. I've never really been a fan of LeVar Ball, but you can't really hate on the result again, because he had 3 sons that made it to the NBA, or 2.5.
No,
one is a pseudo successful rapper at the moment. So
yeah,
I mean,
he wanted to go to China at one point.
That was the one that's rapping. He went overseas a little bit.
Okay.
But he
I blame him.
No, wait, no, that was
every time somebody put them on the soul came
I think he went to school over there.
Yeah, I kind of blame him for them $400 sneakers that he never had in stock, and then when he did have in stock, the sole came off when somebody tried to play ball in them.
Yeah,
those kinds of things are not a good look. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah.
I'm saying, why you blame him for that? Like, he ain't making the shoes.
Because he gets one of his whole
thing.
It was your brand.
Whole thing. That wasn't them boys. That wasn't their thing. That was his thing.
No, that was his thing, yes. But I'm saying he's not making the shoes. So, yeah, even though he's signing off on design and all that kind of stuff.
But he had to had to sign off on the shoes. So whoever
but they have partners. I don't know how much knowledge he knows about just making sneakers in general, other than to say, yo, I want them to look like this. And then whatever parts come in, or how. And I think they had a legal battle with the other boy that was involved. So I think it kind of sounded like he was the one kind of cutting corner.
That again, puts me back in the position of LeVar Ball probably shouldn't be your manager.
You're right, but can we argue with the results? They are hundreds of M's up. Both two of the 3 are hundreds of M's up, and that's direct impact of your influence.
If you know what I'm saying, I hear what you're saying, but I understand what she's saying too. Like, we
No,
can
I
hold
do. I do.
they push their son so far. Like, yo, you did a good job. You raised his son. You got him to be a great athlete, and we understand that, respect that. But let it go from there. You got them to a point. Now let them be adults and handle their business as men. Let them get a proper agent and move out the way. Don't talk for them no more. You ain't got to talk for them.
But with him talking for them, they are currently hundreds of M's up. On two of them ended up with max contracts.
But they would have got that anyway. That's what I think. I
Says
think that's
who?
what we're missing.
But says
Got that.
who? That's what I mean. Says
Huh?
who? How can you say they would have ended up
Yeah,
with that
that's what they
anyway? How do
fired
you
him
know that?
anyway.
Huh?
That's they fired him.
Who
He's not their
fired him?
manager no more. They fired him.
Right, but I'm saying at the time that they came into the league and all that kind of stuff, he was with them every step of the way.
Yeah, he
So what I'm saying,
was.
how do you
And then they had
how
to get
can you
rid of
say
him.
they would have gotten this without him being there or without his intervention anyway? And I don't think he
They
was
would
their
have.
agent. I don't think he was
Have.
their agent to begin with.
He was been drafted into the NBA. They still would have had to be to prove whether or not they're worthy of a contract. All of those things would happen without him being on TV every 5 minutes.
Yes, I agree
Yes,
with
I
that.
can agree that he
I'm
didn't
going
need
to
to be on
submit.
TV. He didn't need to be on TV every
Yeah,
5 minutes.
you agree
Go
with
ahead,
that?
man.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be on TV. That's the thing. I've never been a fan of him, but his tactics alone, when you look at what the result is right now, you can't say, okay, I could have taken away all of these things and it
Yeah,
still would have
the
been
reason
that.
I can, the reason I
Except
can
for
is
the TV
because
thing. Except for the TV thing.
his tactics weren't necessary to get them to where they are. If they weren't gonna get there any other way than him being LeVar Ball, then yeah. But they were gonna get to the exact same place they are right now, whether he said anything or not. That's what I'm saying. He injected himself into something he didn't need to. He didn't need to
Right.
be
All
there
right.
for them to
So
get
I'm
where they
with
are
you.
right now. The results
I'm
were going
with
to be
you.
the results.
That is true.
I'm with you. Aside from the fact that, like, with LeVar Ball, the things that we're talking about with him are the characteristics. So those same characteristics are just gonna we're manifesting in some other way with him parenting those kids. So those same characteristics, he wasn't on TV because they wasn't on TV necessarily.
But we don't
So
have to see it. That's the point. We don't
we
have to
don't,
be privy to it.
but we did.
He
That's
made
what I'm
us.
saying. Exactly, they made us. They force fed that
He
shit down our throats.
put us in there. We didn't want to be in there.
But also, he can get us if he was just on Instagram live every day talking, we never would have heard it. ESPN was looking
No.
for that nigga.
They were.
So who we
What was
gonna
their
blame for real? We can't blame LeVar Ball for talking to the microphone. They was asking that nigga to come on their platforms and all that.
I do. I do blame LeVar.
and he said no. They
Yeah,
ain't
what?
and Jordan said no. He said my son is doing it.
You know who else you didn't see all the time? Kyrie Irving's dad.
Right.
You ain't see him doing interviews all the time at all.
No.
Right, but if he
You didn't even
wanted to
see.
do an
You didn't even
interview,
see your boy L. Curry talking about his sons that much on TV, other than the fact that he worked on TV. He didn't talk about his sons that much.
but
No.
if he wanted to go on and do an interview about his sons, and ESPN said, "Nah, we not trying to hear that shit," then guess who wasn't gonna get an interview about their sons? So that's what I'm saying. LeVar Ball said, "No, I'm gonna do it." That's the first time. Which is annoying, but you can't do it without a platform.
This generation of players, a lot of those guys today are in the and a lot of those guys are you don't see them talk about this. You don't even see them out there. Only have their sons out there.
That's why I love football.
I went like
Yep. Right. That's yeah. Go ahead.
Like,
That's true. Somebody be back. Oh, yeah, that's all right. This is I think y'all about this Let me just get a quick background. Those who may not be aware of what being sued for $10 for leaving Instagram Instagram for sexual assault. So she has close to 60, close to 60. Like 56. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing this when he was on shit.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. I did watch her on Sunday, but she was telling me, yeah. And she was joking. It's not, it was funny, but she wasn't joking. Most of the time, but the other episode, because she also watched these episodes where her windows on there. She said she had language in her. You know, but that's on
That's
you know,
yeah.
she
That's what like with like minutes of the it's like white underwear. So yeah, it was like a 2-year-old baby. Like, yes, like,
Yeah. Because it's yes, you know, right, right. And then I come out and say,
it was Yo, and I was saying like they were listening to something, but that was turning off, turning me off. Yeah, but you yeah, yeah. Right. Like, right. And my question is, do you want to work a little bit? In your life where you and right. He was he's able to be up there. My question is, why is it so significant that I feel like, and I know where I'm going like this. I know you were about all these, but there's mad parts here is they got a but here huh? But I never hear the name of any people. Like, oh, here, like, yeah, you got the guy in the super. Like, you just got a car accident. It was there. Nobody said, no,
You need to perform the best. If you don't, then of course, it's going to be to you perform what you say that you should perform. Rest say yes.
He's talking about that was
Also, not because right. Yeah, of course. You got to work, you get the you know, whatever. You know, it was something. It was without hearing well, without oh, I'm hearing
city.
you that's that was intentional. Was the point. Yeah, the whole time. Is the story. They
No,
was in a My question is, if you if you if you think any people that you think is a rough, you know, there's certain people that you think about. You say, if we're in this car, I'll probably say that I like to ask the neon, but be in that picture of the one that you're not supposed to be in. That's what I don't know if you're not supposed to be here, or you just have less chance of getting hurt. Yeah. I still think I was for cyber struck that I am in the neon. You think that? I still think so now we you right now, but I don't and it no has been there for a long time, old, he's still wants to be seats, they're not leaving in the room for you to come in. And people start praying, they're not meeting the goals of what he thinks is the key.
I think
Why are upset about that? Because you know, he set the position of Christ in the chair, and then he's going to go against him because they don't want that. They don't want you primary Democrats. But you know, I actually think it's a good idea, to be honest. It's way too politicians in it. Because in their recognition, they ain't doing anything. Right? They have it's just it's not age difference, right? You get 5 times because you get 2. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like
Yeah, a lot of them niggas yeah, I don't even need to be a politician at this point.
yeah,
Yeah, you need young people who are dealing with things that young people are dealing with. Stuff like that. People that are been in country for 30 years, you don't have no idea what's really going on in the real world. To be honest, it's different. You think about it, AOC won, she primary Democrat, and there was a third and then years, she came out of nowhere, was a bartender. So she knew what it was like to work in what they needed to change. You know what I'm saying? Gore Bush, same thing, Jamal Bowman, same thing. I mean, you need people who are younger. They don't have to be, you know what I'm saying, in their 20s. They still need to be young enough to know like, what's going on in the real world. If you get a conversation, here's what's going on. That's what it is.
what do you think and
Yeah.
how do you get that sound good?
And if I have a complaint, I have how he could still, you know, still, he got friends in the same, he got friends here in the house. And he could still negotiate with them. Oh, it's just better than it's time for a new plan. Those days are over. You need some young people like who was 50 years old, senator. He's not running again. He's new blood. He's right. Like, wow, 90-year-old in the Senate. Years old. Absolutely. Because anyway, was a goddamn nasty 9 years old. Like, you got in office. This is not Supreme Court. Y'all need to be doing that. Man, I got in office. Really?
Like,
Yep. Well, she's not she's her successor, and it's shot for that. They win. I'm gonna say that if we're going to get anything, that should be one of those things. Supreme Court, House, Senate, all those other things. It should be. I just want to be there's older people who are very sure and who still do the job. I'm not even talking But if you sit there, let them check it, it's not.
Yeah.
It's exactly. Yeah. So Absolutely. Absolutely. Everything. And we want to make sure that um, so finally, we just got to know Trump's 100 days in office. That's what we got to about that shit.
He
said it
All that stuff.
he said it was
He's right so it's just they just go to the house where they're actually allowed to be with citizens. That was a village. So now nobody's safe. America was right. The only thing in the Constitution that allowed you to be there is prison. That's the only thing that allowed you to be a slave. In order to be a slave, you gotta be in prison. Right? So they not only ship people to they also have prisons in Louisiana, in Texas, and they're now starting to ship people to Rwanda. I don't know if y'all been going to Rwanda. I'm pretty sure they look like us when they're trying to get rid of people. It's not about this population. Yes, Africa.
for real.
Yes. Yes. Now, you gotta see the back. So, my point is, population control in America is every year. So, you have all those things that they need to have in place. You know, they call it America. So, you aware. Now, at this point, you feel like you have to with because if you go to particularly outside the country, I would not do it alone. I would definitely for sure travel with them.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You know, I've heard stories of people that from outside the country, U.S. citizens, black U.S. citizens, and they hold up about homeless security, so they're asking to see phones and kind of thing. So it's getting real out here. So if you don't next 100 days, you know what I'm saying? Bro. Yeah, I'm gonna leave my house. Exactly.
Hey,
Man, I was honestly like if I was just you know
No,
I'm saying
to the powers